Okay, today we are going to begin a new geometry lesson. It's called parallelism. So let's go now and say what is this lesson going to be divided to. In this lesson, we are going to learn what is the meaning of a transversal and what are the relations formed between the angles of two parallel lines cut by a transversal. First of all, let's go and see what is the meaning of parallel lines. And remember, what are parallel lines? Parallel lines are two lines that never intersect. So I can say that two lines are parallel if they do not intersect. And we must know that no two parallel lines intersect no matter how far we extend them. So here, for example, those two parallel lines L and M, if I extend them in both directions, still they will never intersect and they will never meet. So that's why I say that both of them are parallel lines. And what about B and C? If I extend B and C, I will find that both of them are going to meet at one point. And that's why we call them, they are non-parallel lines. So again, to say that two lines are parallel, I must know that they will never intersect. They will never meet. We will learn to identify the relationship among pairs of angles formed by two parallel lines. So we will see how can be angle formed between two parallel lines and a transversal. What is the meaning of a transversal? It's a line. A line is a transversal if it intersects two or more lines, each at different points. So I can say that a line is a transversal when it cuts a parallel line or any line and it intersected at different points. Now I have a question for you and I want you to raise your hand if you know the answer. Is there any angles formed between L and M? Is there any angles formed here between L and M? Safe?
No.
No. So when do you think I can have angles formed between the parallel lines? If anyone knows the answer, please raise your hand. When can I have angles formed between the parallel lines? Safe Munir?
If you have a line between them.
If I have a line that intersects both of them and join them together. Exactly. Thank you, Yassine. If I have two parallel lines and a line intersects both of them, now I have angles formed. This line I call a transversal. And as you can see, the transversal here intersects the two lines into two different points. So I can say that this line is a transversal. Now I have a question. If this is the only way that I can draw with the transversal, a transversal can be drawn in any other way. So I can draw a transversal in any way, even if it is perpendicular to the lines. Does anyone have any question before I proceed? If anyone have any question, raise your hand. Yes, Yanur?
Miss, can you just please re-explain it because I entered late? I'm sorry.
I'm just saying that if I have two parallel lines and the line here intersect both of them, cut them, so this line is called a transversal and it forms angles between the two parallel lines. That's all.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. So, can anyone tell me how many angles are formed here when a transversal cuts two parallel lines? Omar Ayman?
4.
4 in each line or in both of them?
لا in both of them.
In both of them?
Oh.
I don't have 4. I have only 4 formed when a transversal cuts one line. طيب Rodina?
Yes.
How many angles are formed here?
On each side or on both?
No. Here.
Okay, there are 4 angles in each circle.
Okay, thank you. So when a transversal cuts parallel lines, I have 8 angles formed between those two parallel lines. we have some specific relations between those 8 angles. So let's go and see what are the relations between the angles. First of all, before we start, we want to know that two parallel lines divide the plane into 3 regions. I have here an interior region, and an interior region is the space between the 2 lines. So this region is called an interior region because it lies between the 2 parallel lines. And I have 2 exterior regions, which mean they are either above of the parallel line or below the parallel line. So again, I have an interior, and an interior means that it's between of the 2 parallel lines, and I have exterior. One of them is above the parallel line and the other one is below the parallel line. Does anyone have any question before I proceed? If you have question, please raise your hand. Okay, I want you to have now a closer look at those 2 parallel lines. I know that L and M are 2 parallel lines, and that this line is a transversal, which cuts both of them in different points. Now, if I overlap line L over line M, can you see those 2 supplementary angles formed? What about now if I want to take line L again to its place? I will figure out that the green angle here is equal to the green angle here as well. And the blue angle here is equal to the blue angle here as well. In geometry, we call those pair of angles a corresponding angle. So I have here 2 pair of corresponding angles. Corresponding angles are congruent, meaning that the 2 corresponding angles, if they are formed by a transversal and 2 parallel lines, they are equal. Again, if 2 parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then each pair of corresponding angles is congruent or equal. To say that a pair is a corresponding angle, I have some points to put in mind. I must have one angle, an interior angle, meaning that it lies between the 2 lines, and one an exterior angle, meaning that either it's above of line L or under line M. So this is the first thing that I should ask myself about. I want an interior and an exterior angle. And the second point is that both angles should be on the same side of the transversal. As you can see here, the red line is my transversal. So either both of them are in this direction or both of them are in the other direction. To say that 2 angles are corresponding, one of them must be interior and one of them must be exterior, and both of them must be on the same side of the transversal. So I can say that angle 1 and angle 5, both of them are congruent because they are corresponding angles. By having a look here, we will find that angle 1, it's an exterior angle. Why it's an exterior angle? It's above the line. It's not between the 2 lines. And angle 5, it's an interior angle. It's found between of the 2 lines. And both of them, if you can see, they are on the same side of the transversal. They are on the right side of the transversal. And we can also say that angle 2 and angle 6, both of them are corresponding angles because I have one of them is exterior, the other one is interior, and both of them are on the same side of the transversal. So I can say also that 2 and 6, they are congruent or equal. What's your question, Yanur?
I can't understand the exterior angle.
Okay. يعني ايه interior? Interior يعني between. So when I say that an angle is interior, this means that the angle is found here between of the 2 lines. And when I say that the angle is exterior, meaning that it is not between the 2 lines. It's either above one line or under the other line. That's all about it.
Okay.
Now, before I proceed, does anyone have any question? If you have a question, please raise your hand. So is it clear now the corresponding angles? I have a question now and I want to have your answers. Yes, Judy.
I still couldn't understand the corresponding angles. Can you please re-explain them?
Okay. Hamza?
Yes, Miss. I didn't understand this part.
طب I'm going to repeat it again and please pay attention, okay?
Okay.
Again, I can say that two angles are corresponding if I have one of them interior angle, meaning that it is between the two lines. So interior angle means that the angle is between the two lines, between those two lines. And the other one is exterior, meaning that the other angle is either above line L or under line M. So by looking here at the example here we have, first of all, let's look at 1 and 5. 1, it's called an exterior angle. Why? Because it is not between the two lines. It is above line L, so it is exterior. It's not inside. And angle 5, it's an interior angle. Why it's an interior angle? Because it is found between of the two parallel lines. And both of them should be on the same side of the transversal. What is the meaning on the same side of transversal? Meaning that either both of them are on the right or both of them are on the left. So in the case of 1 and 5, yes, I have one interior and one exterior, and yes, both of them are on the same side. So I can say that they are corresponding angles. And when they are corresponding angles, so this means that they are equal. If anyone still have a question, please raise your hand before I go and complete. Now, I can also say that angle 2 and angle 6, they are equal because they are corresponding. Again, I have an exterior angle, an interior angle, and both of them are on the same side of the transversal. Angle 3 and angle 7, both of them are corresponding angles. Why they are corresponding angles? Because I have angle 3, it's an interior angle. And angle 7, it's an exterior angle. And both of them are on the same side of the transversal. So yes, they are corresponding angles and equal in measure. And the same goes for angle 4 and angle 8. Angle 4 and angle 8, one of them is interior, the other is exterior, and both of them are on the same side of the transversal. So they are corresponding, and meaning that they are corresponding, that they are equal in measure. Please, if anyone have any question, I want you to raise your hands. Now, when I am solving questions, it's easy for me to remind the corresponding angle with the F sign. If I have two corresponding angles, we said that angle 1 and angle 5, both of them are corresponding. So one of them is above the F and the other is inside of the F. And both of them are on the same side. And what about 4 and 8? One of them is below the F and the other is inside of the F. And both of them are also on the same side. Now, if this is the only way I can draw with the F sign when I'm answering, no, I can draw it in any other direction. Here also I have 2 and 6, both of them are corresponding angles, and 3 and 7, both of them are corresponding angles. Before I go to the other type of relation, is there any question? If you have a question, please raise your hand. Prep 1, sure, no one have any question? Okay, now we said that by corresponding angle, angle 1 is equal to angle 5, angle 2 is equal to angle 6, angle 3 is equal to angle 7, and angle 4 is equal to angle 8. So I know that those pair of angles are equal. But what about the vertically opposite angle? Using the vertically opposite angle, I will find that the yellow angle is equal to the blue one. And also, the orange angle here is equal to the green one. And the same goes for the other pair. I have the yellow one equal to the blue one, and the orange one equals to the green one. So as we can see, when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, I have 4 angles which are equal to each other in measure, and 4 other blue angles which are equal to each other in measure. Now I have a question. I have here this angle equal to 45 degrees. Do you think angle 1 or angle 2 is going to equal the 45 degrees? Noor Amr,
No.
angle 1 or angle 2?
I guess not. None of them. Oh, maybe angle 2. Angle 2. Angle 2
Okay.
is gonna be 45.
Saif Munir, and which one of them is equal to 45 degrees?
angle 2 هي angle 2.
Amina, what do you think?
I think angle, like the one under, I think it would be like 3 or 4. I don't think.
Angle 1 or angle 2? Which one of them?
2.
Angle 2, okay. So, yes, it's angle 2 because I know that L is a straight line. So, I know that the 45 plus the 1 plus angle 1, both of them should give me 180 degrees. So, sure, angle 1 should never be equal to 45 degrees. So, the right angle is that angle 2 is equal to 45 degrees. We call those pair of angles, angle 45 and angle 2, we call them as alternate angles. What is the meaning of alternate angles and what are alternate angles? That's what we're going to see in the next slide. So let's go and see what is the meaning of alternate angle. First of all, we should know that if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then each pair of alternate angles is congruent or equal in measure. What are the alternate angles? Alternate angles are formed by the letter Z. So I have here angle 4 is equal to angle 6. Both of them are equal in measure. And I have also angle 3 is equal to angle 5 and they're formed also by the letter Z because both of them are alternate angles. How can I say if the two angles are alternate or not? We have two conditions. What are the conditions? The two angles should be interior, meaning that the two angles should be between the two parallel lines. And the second condition is that both of them are on different sides of the transversal. As you can see here, I have angle 4 is on the left-hand side and angle 6 is on the right-hand side. And both of them are alternate because they are interior and they are on different sides of the transversal. And I have here angle 3 is equal to angle 5 and they are alternate. Again, the two conditions are fulfilled here. 3 and 5, both of them are interior between the two parallel lines and both of them are on different sides of the transversal. 3 is on the right-hand side and 5 on the left-hand side of the transversal. If anyone have any question, please raise your hand. The last thing is angles or relation of angles called same side interior angle. It's very clear from its name that both angles are going to be on the same side and both angles are going to be interior. We said before that when we were dealing with corresponding and alternate angles, corresponding angles are equal and alternate angles are equal. But here, if two parallel lines are cut by a transversal, then each pair of consecutive, and consecutive means that they are after each other. So each pair of consecutive interior angles is here. The two angles which are interior, same side, they are supplementary, meaning that they give me the sum of 180 degrees. And from the name, we said that they are same side and interior. So here I can say that 4 and 5, both of them are on the same side, they are on the right, and they are interior, falling between the two parallel lines. And the same goes for, so I can say that 4 and 5, both of them will sum up to 180 degrees. And the same goes for 3 and 6. 3 and 6, both of them are interior and on the same side of the transversal. So if I add them together, they should be supplementary, giving the measure of 180 degrees. So for two angles to be same side interior, Both of them should be interior, meaning that they lie between the two lines, and both of them should be on the same side, meaning that if one of them is in the left, the right, the other as well is on the right. If one of them is on the left, the other as well is on the left.
Miss, I kind of really don't understand, but when we solve the like questions, is
Yes.
it gonna like help?
Yeah, it's gonna help a lot.
Okay.
Now I would like you all to open your school book, page 93. Open your school book, page 93. This part is so important, and normally it comes in the complete and choose. So please highlight it and write that it's important. It comes in the complete and choose. And in the same page, page 93, we will have this drill as homework. What is written inside of this box, which is important? If a straight line intersects two parallel straight lines, then each two alternate angles are equal in measure. Each two corresponding angles are equal in measure. And each two interior angles in the same side of the transversal are supplementary. Let's go now and solve some questions so it is easy for you to understand what we are talking about. Before we go and solve questions, I would like to summarize what we have just said. First of all, we said that if I have parallel lines and I want to see the angles formed between them, then I have either the angles are on the same side of the transversal, or they are on different sides of the transversal. If the two angles are on different sides of the transversal, then the only relation is that I have alternate angles. And we said that alternate angles are formed with the letter Z. And if they are on the same side of the transversal, then I have two options. Either I have two interior angles, and when I have two interior angles, this means that I'm having same side interior angles, and they are supplementary, meaning that they sum up to give me 180 degrees, and they formed with the letter U. The other option is that I have one interior angle and one exterior angle. If I have one interior and one exterior, then I am dealing with corresponding angles. So let's go now to the binder, page 61. We are going to begin first with the complete question. If a straight line intersects two parallel lines, then we know that when a straight line intersects two parallel lines, then every two corresponding angles are equal in measure. And every two alternate angles are also equal in measure. So if I have an alternate angle or a corresponding angle, they will be equal in measure. But every two interior, what is the meaning of interior? They are found between the two parallel lines. So every two interior angles on same side of the transversal are supplementary, meaning that when I add them together, I will get 180 degrees. So those are the complete questions that we should study, and those are what we highlighted in the school book. And let's go now for question number 2. Now, in the opposite figure, complete the following. I was told that L is parallel to M, and this is the parallel sign. So when I find this line, those two lines beside each other, this means that the two lines are parallel. So I know that line L is parallel to line M. And I was also told that line N is a transversal. So this is the transversal. Now I want to figure out what is the relation between those angles. Why is angle 1 equal to angle 5? Angle 1 and angle 5. Can anyone tell me why is angle 1 equal to angle 5? Adam Muhammad?
Because they are corresponding angles.
Exactly, they are corresponding angles. Mute yourself, please. Now, why did I say that they are corresponding angles? I have one of them exterior, one of them interior, and both of them are on the same side of the transversal. So they are corresponding angles. Let's go now and see why is angle 3 equal to angle 5. So again, angle 3 and angle 5, both of them are alternate angles. And as you can see, they are forming the letter Z. أهي letter Z بتاعتي. Here is angle 3 and here is angle 5. Now, why is angle 3 equal to angle 7? Here is angle 3 and here is angle 7. Saif Munir?
They are corresponding.
They are corresponding angles. Exactly. Thank you. Mute yourself, please.
Okay.
Why did I say that they are corresponding angles? One of them is interior, the other is exterior, and both of them are on the same side of the transversal. And if I use the letter F, I will find that one of them is inside, one of them is outside, and both of them are on the same side of the transversal. Does anyone have any question until here? If you have a question, please raise your hand. Yes, Taqay, what question do you have?
Miss,
Yes.
the first one and the last one that we answered, why didn't we say that they are congruent?
Angle 1 and angle 5?
Oh,
Now I am
well,
asking
you said it.
about why are they congruent and why are they equal?
oh, okay.
I am mentioning the reason. What is the relation formed between them, which as a result, I can say whether they are congruent or equal. So let's go now and see why is angle 2 equal to angle 6. Why is angle 2 equal to angle 6? Here's angle 2 and here's angle 6. Who can answer this question? Mariam Osama?
Because they are interior angles.
They are interior.
Angles.
Why
Yes.
are they interior angles? Mariam, angle 2, isn't it outside of the two parallel lines? Right?
Yes.
So it is not interior. Angle
Yes.
2 is an exterior angle and angle 6 is an interior angle. And both of them are on the same side. So when I have one interior and one exterior, both are on the same side, still I have here the letter F, so they are corresponding angles. One of them is outside, the
Okay.
other is inside, and both of them are on the same side. So again, they are corresponding angles. Did you get it?
Okay.
Okay. And why is angle 4 equals to angle 8? Omar Ayman?
They're corresponding.
They are corresponding angles, exactly. Angle 4 and angle 8, they are corresponding angles. Why? because I have here, one of them is interior, the other is exterior, and both of them are on the same side of the transversal. So again, when I have both of them in different sides of the transversal, then I am talking about alternate angles. When I have one interior, one exterior, and both of them are on the same side, then here I am talking about corresponding angles. And from the name of same side interior angles, this means that both of them are same side and both of them are interior. So let's go now and see why is angle 4 angle 4 plus angle 5 equal 180 degrees. Okay?
Well, Miss, 5 and 4
Yeah.
are at the same spot. They're interior.
So they are
they
interior,
both.
same side of the transversal. This is the reason.
So if they're both the same, that means they're half and half. So both of them are the same numbers. So 90 and 90 make 180.
No, I didn't think of it this way. I only say that I have both of them interior and both of them are in the same side of the transversal. If both of them are on the same side and both of them are interior, so when I add them together, I will get 180 degrees because they are supplementary. So what I should write here is that they are interior, same side of transversal. And what about angle 3 and angle 6? Why is angle 3 and angle 6? Both of them are equal to 180 degrees. Layla?
I think interior same side transversal.
Exactly. Both of them are interior and both of them are in the same side of the transversal. So I would write the same. Interior, same side of the transversal. Now, let's go and have a look at page 62. In each of the following, find the measure of x. So I want to find the measure of x in each of the following. Now, I'm given that this angle is equal to 130 degrees and that I have here this angle equal to x. And I want to find what is the value of x. Mariam Wael.
50.
It's equals to 50 exactly. From where did you bring the 50? What is the relation between the 130 and the x?
Because they have two interior angles.
The interior same side angle. So I am going to make 180 minus 130. So x is equal to 40 degrees. And the reason is that they are interior same side. Thank you, ya Mariam. And now I want you to think, yani to know how we think of it. First of all, here is an angle and x is another angle. Both of them are clear to be on the same side of the transverse, right? And both of them are interior. So interior and same side, and this is supplementary angles forming 180 degrees. Rudaina, can you tell me in number 2, what's going to be the measure of angle x?
Yes, it's going to be 70 degrees.
Let's think together, okay? First of all, this line is my transversal, right?
Yes.
I have here an angle equal to 110 and another angle is called x. Are they both on the same side?
No.
And we said that we only have one option when I have two angles on different sides of the transversal. And this option is that they are
Alternative?
Exactly, they are alternate angles. And the alternate angles, they are equal. So I know that measure of angle X is equal to the measure of 110 degrees. So it will be so easy if you decided if they are on the same side or not, if they are both interior or one interior and one exterior. You will jump to the conclusion so easy. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Let's go now for number 3, and I want to know what's going to be the measure of angle X. Okay. Noor Amr, can you tell me what's going to be the measure of angle X?
It's gonna be 120 because they are corresponding sides.
Exactly. Thank you so much, dear. Now again, we said that to be able to find the angle, first of all, the side. Are they on the same side or in different sides? Both angles are on the same side of the transversal. And I have one of them interior, meaning that this is between the two parallel lines, and the other one is exterior. And when I have one interior and one exterior, then I am talking about corresponding angles. And I know that corresponding angles are equal. So X is going to equal 120 degrees. Let's go now to see question number 4. Question number 4, Amina. What's X going to be equal to? But first, I would like you to say, are those two angles on the same side or on different sides?
They're on the same side.
Exactly. Are those two angles interior or one interior and one exterior?
They're both interior.
Interior. So you have interior and same side. So what's going to be the measure of angle X?
It will be 95, I think.
Yes. You're going to make
180 minus 85.
180 minus 85, and this equals to 95 degrees. And why? Because they are interior,
Same side.
same side. Thank you so much, dear. Mute yourself, please.
Okay.
Before I go to question number 2, does anyone have any question? If you have a question, please raise your hand. Yes, ya Laila?
Miss, I'm very confused. So if it's alternate, like it, and like we don't know what's the number. It's just like the same.
لا, come again, please.
يعني يا مس هو هنا في number 2 حضرتك قلتي إنها 110 وفي X برضه 120. Like don't we like calculate something عشان ولا هي
Here,
نفس
in number 2?
Oh, number 3.
لا حبيبتي, in number 2, since I know that they are alternate angle, both of them are equal in measure. I don't calculate anything.
And also in 3 when it's corresponding,
And
they're
also
like
in
equal
3, when they are corresponding, they are equal in measure. I don't calculate anything. I just
So only in the
calculated for
exterior
interior
same
same
side.
side angle.
Okay.
Okay, got it now?
Yep, thank you.
Bye bye. Do you have a question, Yasif?
Yes, I don't understand the interior same side.
Okay. Interior same side means that both angles are between the two parallel lines. And both angles are on the same side. Either they are on the left or on the right. And when I know that they are both inside of the parallel lines and on the same side, then I know that if I made X plus 85, for example, they should give me 180 degrees because they are supplementary angles.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, dear. Okay, and let's go now for question number 2. In question number 2, is saying that in the opposite figure, find the value of angle 1, 2, and 3. We are going to cancel 3. And he's saying that angle M, that line L is parallel to line M and parallel to line M. So I know that the 3 lines are parallel, and I want here to add that measure of angle 3 is equals to 50 degrees. Yes, Rudaina, do you have a question?
No, I want to answer number 1 after you finish.
Okay. So now, Rudaina, can you tell me what's going to be the measure of angle 1? Rudaina, raise your hand first. in order to give you the permission? Yes, can you tell me now?
Yes, it's 180 minus 120 equals 60 degrees.
Exactly. Now how I'm going to think, I know that those two lines, both of them are parallel, right?
Yes.
And since they are parallel, so the line joining them is the transversal. So now
Yes.
I'm going to ask myself, I have here an angle equal to 120 and another angle which I'm looking for, and it's 1. So first of all, decide what are the two angles. Are they same side of the transversal or different sides? Yes, both of them are on the same side. And the second question I should ask myself, is one of them exterior and the other interior, or both of them are interior? And here I have both of them are interior. So I am dealing with interior same side. And I know that their sum is always going to give me 180. So thank you, Arudaina. You can mute
Thank you
yourself.
so much.
So I know that measure of angle 1 is equals to 180 minus 120, which is equals to 60 degrees. And why? Because they are interior, same side. Now I'm going to work. أيوة يا سارة.
بس هو أنا مش فاهمة أوي بصراحة احنا بنعمل ايه، عشان أنا طول الحصة بحاول أعمل دراين والنت ما كانش حلو.
طيب معلش يا سارة، هو أنا I will record it and put it on the Moodle tomorrow, today إن شاء الله.
هو احنا شرحنا درس جديد أو كده؟
Yes.
ممكن تقولي بالراحة عشان أفهم حتى انتوا بتعملوا ايه؟
طيب I will
يعني أفهم
explain
انتوا
why.
بتعملوا.
I will explain while I'm answering this sheet, okay?
اوكي.
Now let's go and start solving question number 1. In question number 1, I am given that AB is parallel to CD. So I know that those two lines, they are parallel. Since I know that the two lines are parallel, first of all, let's go and determine what is the transversal. The transversal is the line which is joining between both of them. So the line joining between both lines is AC. So I know now that AC is my transversal. And I'm also given that measure of angle CAB is equal to 60 degrees, and I want to find what is the measure of angle ACD. Can anyone tell me now what is the measure of angle ACD? Yes, Yanur?
It's gonna be equal 60 degrees
Okay, great. Thank you. Why? What is the reason?
because they're alternate.
Okay, thank you so much.
Miss, I don't have the sheet.
The sheet is uploaded on the Moodle since yesterday.
I didn't print it.
Excuse me?
So
So
Miss,
now, how am I going to think? First, we decide what are the parallel lines. And we said that AC is a transversal. Now I am going to ask myself, what am I given? I am given here an angle equal to 60. And this is the only given. And what I am required to find? I am required to find this angle. So I am now going to ask myself, what is the relation between those two angles? Those two angles, both of them are on different sides. And we said when both of them are on different sides of the transversal, I have nothing except alternate angles. So I'm going to say that since AB is parallel to CD, AC is a transversal. So I must first to mention my transversal, and that measure of angle CAB equals 60 degrees. So therefore, measure of angle ACD, the angle he's looking for, is equal to measure of angle CAB, and both of them are equal to 60 degrees. And I should mention the reason that they are alternate angles. If anyone have any question, please go and raise your hand. Okay, so let's go now for number 2. In number 2, I was given that AB is parallel to CD. So I know now that AB is parallel to CD. The first question I should go and ask myself, what is the line joining between them? So the line joining between them is AC, so AC is my transversal. I was given that measure of angle C is equal to 80 and that AE is an angle
question,
bisector.
number 3, number 2, sorry, how did we get?
Safe. Now I am given that measure of angle C in question number 2 is equal to 80 and I am given that AE is an angle bisector. So this means with the angle bisector that those two angles, angle BAE and angle CAE, both of them are equal in measure. Can you now find to me what is the measure of angle BAE, this angle?
Yeah. I write like I say first
Tell me
that
and I will write the proof.
okay. BAE they are
First of all, I have a question.
yeah.
Now, is angle C and angle A, what is the relation formed between those two angles?
They are alternate.
They are alternate. Why? Because one of them is on the left and the other is on the right.
Different sides.
Yes, they are different sides. So measure of angle A is equal to measure of angle
C.
And both of them are equal to 80
degrees.
So I can write that since AB ray is parallel to CD ray, AC is a transversal measure of angle C equals 80 degrees. So therefore, measure of angle A equal measure of angle C equals 80 degrees. Why? Because they are alternate angles. Okay, continue, Yasif.
Okay, yeah. 1 second. Okay, we said that. Okay. He wants now, we want measure of angle BAE.
BAE. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, all of the angle A
Yes.
or part of it. Okay.
Angle BAE. This part.
This part. Okay. We'll make 80 divided 2.
Yes. I'm going to write that since BE, or sorry, since AE bisects angle BAC, so therefore measure of angle BAE, the angle he's looking for, is equal to 80 divided by 2, so it is equal to 40 degrees. And again, I'm going to post the model answer on the group today before after 2. Now let's go and see question number 3. I was told that AB is parallel to CD. And I was also told that AC is parallel to DE. And I was given that measure of angle D is equal to 65 degrees. And I want to find measure of angle A and measure of angle C. Can anyone help me now to find measure of angle C first?
Yes.
Okay. I want to find first Magda measure of angle C.
Measure of angle C equals 65 degrees
And what is the reason?
because there are alternative angles.
Thank you so much, and you can mute yourself here. So now I know that I have angle D equal to 65, and I'm looking at this angle. So since those two lines, they are parallel, DE and AC, then the line which is a transversal is DC. So I can find now that both angles are on different sides of the transversal. And we said that when we have two angles on different sides of the transversal, then they are alternate angles, and alternate angles are equal. So we are going to write that since DE is parallel to AC and DC is a transversal, measure of angle D equal 65 degrees. So therefore, measure of angle C equal measure of angle D equals 65 degrees. And I must write the reason that they are alternate angles. Now, I want to find what is the measure of angle A. Rodina,
Yes.
I want to find measure of angle A.
Yes, it's going to be 180 minus 65 equal 115 degrees.
Thank you so much. So again, now I have those two lines are parallel, and I have calculated this angle, angle C, to be 65 degrees. Since those two lines are parallel, so I have a transversal AC. I'm going now to find, now I want to find measure of angle A. So by looking at angle C and angle A, both of them are on the same side of the transversal, and both of them are interior between the two lines. So they are interior, same side of the transversal, meaning that they sum up to give me 180 degrees. So I am going to write that since BC is perpendicular to CD, AC transversal, measure of angle C equals 65 degrees. So therefore, measure of angle A equals 180 minus 65. So it is equal to 115 degrees. And I must write the reason that they are interior, same side of the transversal. Is it clear now, prep one? Please, if anyone have any question, raise your hand. So now let's go and see question number 4. Question number 4, he wants me to find the value of x. So first of all, I have here only given that those two lines are parallel. From where did I know that the two lines are parallel? From this arrow. When I see this arrow on the two lines, this means that the two lines are parallel. So, Mustafa, can you
Miss,
please tell me?
can say the value of x, but I can't say the steps.
لا, I want you first to tell me. مفيش حاجة اسمها can say the steps. مع بعض بالراحة كده. Now I want you to tell me what is the relation between 2x and 80.
They are interior angle. I don't remember the name, but I think they are interior angles.
And same side. They are interior, same side angle. I have here those two lines are parallel, so the transversal is BD. Both of them are on the same side of the transversal, and both of them are interior between the two lines. And this is the step that I need you to write, that you have the two angles interior, same side of the transversal. Let's write this first, and then I'm going to ask you about the value of x. Since AB is parallel to CD, BD transversal. Measure of angle B equals 80 degrees. So, therefore, I should have measure of angle D plus measure of angle B equals 180 degrees, writing the reason they are interior, same side. Mustafa. Now, this means that I have 2x plus 80 is equal to 180 degrees, right?
Right.
How can I find x?
I will make 180 minus 80, so it will give us 100. Then I
So
will
I
divide
can-
100 divided 2.
So 2x is equal to 180 minus 80, which is equals, the 2x is equal to 100. Now I will make x equal 100 divided by 2. So the value of x is equal to 50 degrees. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Again, does anyone have any question? If you have a question, please raise your hand. Okay. In the sheet, you are going to have number 5 and number 6 as homework. They are multiple choice questions. And they are to find the value of k and the value of x. We are going to use the same way, having here 2 parallel lines. And I know that this line is the transversal. So I have here one angle exterior, one angle interior, and both of them are on the same side. So what is the relation formed between those two angles? They are corresponding angles. And the same for question number 5 as well. And I'm going to solve now question number 7, and then I am done with this lesson today. Now, I was told that ABC is a triangle where point A belongs to CD. When he tells me that point A belongs to CD, this means that this angle, this whole angle, is going to equal 180 degrees and be a straight angle. And I was also told that AE is parallel to CB. So I have here AE, it is parallel to CB. And I was given that measure of angle DAE is equal to 70 degrees. And I was given also that measure of angle EAB is equal to 55 degrees. And now I am asked to calculate the measure of each angle in triangle ABC. So I want to find the measure of this angle, the measure of this angle, and the measure of this angle. Now the first one and the easiest one is to find first the measure of angle B. Can anyone now help me to find what is the measure of angle B? I want to find the measure of angle B. I know that AE is parallel to CB. So first, determine what is the transversal and start. Again, waiting for someone to answer. Noor,
55.
55. From where did you jump to the conclusion that it's equal to 55?
Because I can see the name of the angle.
I know
Because,
that
like,
AE is
corresponding-
parallel to CB and that AB is a transversal. So both are on different sides. And when I have two angles on different sides of the transversal, they are alternate. So they are equal. Thank you, Yanur. So the first step I'm going to write is since AE is parallel to CB, AB transversal, measure of angle EAB equals 55 degrees. So therefore, measure of angle B equals measure of angle EAB, and both of them are equal to 55 degrees. And I must write the reason that they are alternate angles. Now, can anyone help me find the measure of angles BAC, this angle? Who is going to find the measure of angle BAC? Amina.
Yes. We will do 180 minus 70 plus 55.
Exactly. Since I know that CA is a straight line, so all the angles here should sum up to give me 180 degrees. I have two of them, so it's easy to find the third one. So I'm going to write that since CD is a straight line, therefore, measure of angle CAB equals 180 minus, open a bracket, 70 plus 55, which is equals to 55 degrees. And I must write that the reason is that this angle are straight angles. Now, the last one remaining is measure of angle C. Can anyone now help me to find measure of angle C? I want to find the measure of angle C. See,
Yeah.
first of all, I calculated this angle to be 55, and I also
Yes.
calculated this angle to be 55. I want to find the measure of angle C.
Okay. 180
Hmm?
minus
Hmm?
55 plus 55.
Okay, so since ABC is a triangle, I must to measure to say that it's a triangle, and that's why I calculated that the three angles are equal to 180 when I sum them up.
Yeah.
Therefore, measure of angle C equals 180 minus 55 plus 55, and this is equals to 70 degrees. Thank you.
العفو يا مس.
Does anyone have any other way to solve measure of angle C with? Anyone have any other way to solve measure of angle C with? There is another way using the parallel lines. Can anyone figure it out? Yusuf?
Because C is alternate to A.
It's not alternate. Look, I have here AE is parallel to CB, right? So the line joining them is AD. By looking here, I have one angle interior and one angle exterior, and both of them are on the same side. So they are corresponding angles, and corresponding angles are equal. So I can say that since AE parallel to CB, thank you so much, Yusuf.
Same.
And AC is a transversal. So therefore, measure of angle C equal measure of angle DAE equals 70 degrees. And the reason is they are corresponding angles.